We'll have a good intro really soon, but in the meantime, this is the Pelbros Podcast. Woohoo! Yay! Yeah! Woo!
Yo, welcome to the Pelbros Podcast,
Woohoo!
episode 0.
Yeah.
With myself, James, co-host, and with my co-host here, Ryan DW.
Ryan DW, D-Dubs. That's me.
Welcome. Hitting up our first episode. The debut, essentially. The debut.
Technically it's episode 0, but it is technically our first episode. This is our first recording, I guess.
First take as well.
First take, yeah. We were thinking about bitching it and, control Zetting here, but yeah, that's, okay. He's giving me a smile because we're trying to, we agreed that we're not going to say bitch. I can't.
Break the ground rules. For context, we just made ground rules.
We're trying to make ground rules. Okay, before we even get, obviously we should, let's just tell these mothers, the peoples, these good people what this podcast is about first, and then we should go into some ground rules, what we're going to cover, etc.
Yeah, so the Pelbros Podcast is essentially a new initiative between myself and Ryan.
Yeah. Both from Sydney, Australia.
Yeah, talking everything New Orleans Pelicans basketball. So if you guys don't know what they are, check them out.
They're
just
the
give
best
them a quick
NBA
Google.
team.
Part of the NBA, National Basketball Association. Just talking everything Pelicans and basketball related.
Yeah.
So, later on in the later episodes, we'll get down into sort of the games and the match reviews. But episode 0, we're kind of just setting ground rules and
introducing ourselves a bit, right?
Introducing and giving background and context on the podcast itself. So
yeah.
Before this, like we said, we just spent about 5 to 10 minutes talking purely about ground rules for the podcast.
Yeah.
And he already broke one.
Hey, my bad. It depends on the context though, right?
Doesn't know. But yeah, just general words, cuss words.
Okay. We'll still, we're not going to go out of our way to swear, right? Because, I don't want it to be PG-13, but at the same time, I don't want it to be MA-15 or R-18+. It could just be a nice M, right? It's mature because we're mature men, right? And sure. And we're talking about sport, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There should be some banter and shit, right? I'll try to not swear too much. I won't say any racial slurs and et cetera, unless it's just good banter.
I feel like naturally you just hope to not use racial slurs.
On a day-to-day basis. Yeah, I mean, if there's any professionals listening.
That's just me.
Okay, yeah. Hey, I mean, yeah, of course. Yeah, what am I talking about? Yeah. So, anyways, I think we should just tell these guys what our ground rules in general is. That I guess first off, we're trying to, like I said, can we agree on an M rating?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm
okay,
happy with that.
You're happy with the M rating?
Yep.
I mean, because it's more so bad, especially it's two guys talking about sport. Sure, we're going to have a bit of swearing here and there, but I feel as if more, sophisticated in terms of banter and whatnot, right?
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, look, there can be some swearing.
Okay, yeah.
The ground rules are obviously around words that could be offensive
to,
we're not offensive people, right?
Yeah. And we don't try it just for future purposes. I know you're already listening in. We got 0 listeners in, but I know someone is planning to freaking ruin my career, defame me, whatever kind of charges and shit, if I can say that. Is that alright with you guys? Far out. If anything, I want to turn this off. The more I talk, the worse chance I'm going to go to jail, man. I signed up for the wrong thing.
Look, it's good that you recognize that. How about we just leave it mostly at that,
Okay.
The other things we'll look out for will probably be things around our ums and our ahs.
Right. Yeah.
Just, I guess being, respectful, but also having a good time, banter.
Yeah.
All those things.
And with all that, because we're talking about, with the racial groups and stuff, we'll also, we just so we're clear here, me and James, because this is the episode 0, so if later on we fuck up, come back to this, show them this thing, and they will know, no, these guys are good people at heart, you know? And I want to say, we have the utmost respect for women, we have the utmost respect for the independence of women.
You don't need to mention that.
We have the
so we're just normal good people.
Yeah, we're normal good people that are from Sydney, Australia. We're actually not white too, if that means anything. So, you can't call us racist on a lot of other things. There's that.
I don't know if that matters, but.
What's it called? Hey, I don't know. I'm just trying to not get arrested here. That's what
look, before I divulge too far beyond, conversation, Yeah, let's leave it at that. How about that? Yeah.
Okay,
People are happy with those ground rules.
I'm happy with the ground rules.
I'm happy with those ground rules.
We're both. Let's shake on it
Let's
right
shake on
now.
it, we're going it,
Okay, can the microphone hear that shake?
It should, yeah.
Shh.
Yeah, we were shaking hands.
Yeah, that was us shaking hands. Yeah.
But anyways, we may as well just jump into it. Like I said, episode 0, that's the first episode. Why don't we just share some I guess background on why we're here? Why are we here? So we're chatting everything New Orleans. But why do we care about New Orleans? We're in Sydney, Australia.
That is true. I guess. Well, I mean, so today is what, Sunday, right? Just on Tuesday, we had a chicken snitty, and then what's it called? When we're having it, then your ass is like to me, "Yo, son, we're already fucking talking so much shit when it comes to Pelicans each on a weekly basis and stuff. Why don't we do this and record this shit? And, potentially one day Drew Holiday will hear it, and he'll be like, yo.
Ambitious.
Yo, you boys, come over, come over, hit up an interview with me and whatnot, and, I'll shout your accommodation and stuff. So that's why I'm in it. I don't care about any of these guys. I don't care about providing value and stuff, but yeah.
Just shit on the fans.
Wow. Yeah, just shit on the
fans in the first episode.
Hey, well, bro, what can I say? There's gotta be good cop, bad cop. Everyone will be here. They'll be like, oh, I hate this Ryan guy. What's he? Oh, what the? But they'll be listening though. They'll be listening. So
that's all we want. That's all we want.
Okay.
But yeah, I guess overall, like you said, we've been chatting Pelicans basketball for probably over 2 years now or something. Just week in, week out. So. We figured we're big fans. We're just, we love the team. We love the players.
Yeah.
We're supporting. We're the two of three of the fan base in Australia, or even in the world of Pelicans. That's what I like to joke about, considering there's a bloody small market team. Not many fans around. You won't see many Drew Holiday, Anthony Davis jerseys around here, but. We're growing.
Yeah,
the fan base is growing.
It's definitely growing.
We just want to do our best to represent that Australian market.
Yeah, especially since we got Zion now. If anything, the reason why the real reason why we're making this podcast is because we got Zion now. So the bandwagoners is bound to come, But me and him, we're already confirming here on episode 0. We've been on this, Pelicans. I wouldn't say bandwagon, but
just fan base.
I was gonna say suicide train or something. You know what I mean? It's been depressing.
Sometimes
right?
It feels like that.
Yeah, it's not been a great ride, but we've been on it for at least a couple of years or so. Okay, to probably answer, before though, in terms of how I'm a Pelbros fan, then you could talk about that, and then we're gonna talk about how we played b-ball in high school and shit too. Yeah. It's quite interesting. So anyway, yeah. So I played. Me and James, we played a bit of basketball back in the day because we went to the same high school, right? And obviously we're Asian. Oh shit, should I say that? Anyways, we're of ethnicity, all right? We're of color or whatever.
Oh, you gave it away anyway.
Yeah.
Just continue.
Oh no, I'm screwed. Anyways, so because of that, a lot of we're all like big ballers. Yeah, let's fucking play basketball. So I played some basketball. I was a bit taller in high school. So did you play like PG? Our team?
I think when I first went in to playing basketball, I was a point guard. I never played basketball before we actually started.
Yeah.
I just dribbled the ball and I was quick at the time. But over time, I'd say I moved more into like a shooting guard, small forward.
Yeah. This was 2008 or something, right?
Yeah, it's 2008.
2008, 2009. So we played in the same team in high school I don't know if we were in the same 2008 team, were we?
No, I don't think so.
Were we with LZ that team?
Not till I reckon not to 13 Ds or something.
Okay, so in the second season then?
Yeah, or 14s or something, yeah.
So still late 2008 then? Late 2008.
2009.
Yo, dude, that's been like 12 years.
Yeah, it's been some time, yeah.
And then we were in the same team 2008, 2009, 2010. I think after 2010 then I maybe fucked off.
Yeah, well I stopped playing towards the end of the year.
Yeah, so maybe around 2010, 2011. So we got like 3 years, 4 years of, on the court experience with each other, on the court synergy, son. And you were our captain, weren't you? Yeah, at least in one of the things.
One of the seasons.
Yeah.
But I can't say, just for pretext, I can't say we were very good.
Oh, yeah. But we had an undefeated season one time, remember?
No, I don't.
You don't remember that shit?
I don't remember that.
Bro, I remember that shit.
Maybe I wasn't on your team.
No, we had Way as a coach, remember?
We weren't undefeated, though.
We were undefeated.
Are you sure?
Dude, he shouted us KFC because we were undefeated, yeah. Because I remember
being undefeated.
No, because I remember because on the last season, right, the last game of that season, that they won and we remained undefeated. I didn't rock up, and they'll go shout at KFC, and I was like, "Fuck this!" Okay. I worked out my whole season for nothing.
I feel like I remember getting shouted KFC, but I don't remember being undefeated. But anyways,
yeah.
Continuing on.
Yeah. Okay, so yours was a PG/SG, and then I was always just like a tall cunt. So Oh, right. Sorry, that's a bad word. A tall person, right? And I was like, what does he call it? So because of that, I was playing center, but I wasn't playing center necessarily. I was just fucking there. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, honestly.
You're grabbing rebounds and putting them back in the hoop. So.
You making it sound like
that's all that matters.
But you making it sound like I'm AD to these guys. Like, I want to keep it real with these guys. I don't know what the fuck is going. Like, I was there, yeah.
You are center, so you were the AD of the team.
I was attempting to make rebounds. I was attempting to make shots in. There was a couple of games here and there I was hot, I will admit, but in general, okay, because the school, when we were playing high school together, right, there was like 13 like A's, B's, C's, D's, E's. We're all the way like E's and F's.
Yeah.
So we're from the ghetto, son. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, these guys listening in from like, New Orleans itself, they're like, yo, these guys know what they're talking about, homie. They're from the ghetto straight up from me, man. Anyways, that's just me talking shit. So with that though, so that's pretty much like how me and you even like kind of knew each other and started playing basketball, I guess.
Yeah, I guess that sparks our basketball interest. But I think going the past couple of years has been a bit more obviously about watching, reading, following the team.
Keeping up to date and shit.
That's the big one. Keeping up with the Pelicans, everything Pelicans related.
Yeah.
But then in saying that, I guess, that's us and our playing days, but how did you sort of
start watching it
and start to become a fan of I think I know most of the story though.
But these guys don't.
Yeah.
These guys don't.
No, just share. I think I know most of the story, but share.
Alright. So I guess basically in general, what's it called? So this is us playing basketball in like 2008 days, high school days. So I didn't really watch any basketball over. I mean, maybe I tuned into like Celtics versus Lakers finals or some shit like.
The same thing in high school. I was tuning into the finals.
Yeah, like random games here and there. So we didn't get out of high school until like 2013.
Yeah.
So from 2013 to 2015-ish, I'd say only around after like 2015, 2016, I started following some kind of sport. And that was boxing, my first kind of sport to follow, in terms of watching, training, etc., etc. And then only, what is it? So it's 2020 now, but this is present as 2019, 2018. I think it was around 2016, 2017 is when I actually started watching some basketball. And at first I was like, I was watching it, I'm trying to get into it, watching, games. And obviously everyone that I know is either got, in fact, like Max going for like, Celtics. So I try to watch a bit of Celtics, cause I'm trying to find my own team, Yeah. I was watching because when I first started watching NBA, and obviously we're in Australia, so we might not have as easy access to it in terms
I was just about to say
the legal options.
I think every Australian understands the pain of not being able to watch basketball easily easily accessible
and legally.
Yeah, and then also not having a geographical team that you just barrack based on where you live, or where you grew up, right?
Yeah.
So for us, it's about picking almost like players and almost just whoever we think is cool.
Yeah, like narrative too. Yeah,
narratives. Whoever has a play style similar to us, whoever we aspire to play like. I think we all understand the pain that eventually you got to find a team. Like you said, you were kind of searching for a team at that time.
Yeah. So I mean, I was looking around some of the Eastern teams, some of the Western teams and stuff. And then I don't know, like how, but like somehow one day I saw like a Pels game, and I saw fucking like Rondo, cause Rondo has always been my boy, I was like, yo, Rondo, oh shit. And then we got and then AD and Boogie, you know what I mean? And what's it called? Cause everyone, for the past however long that the Warriors was like, on guard, like on top, everyone's kind of doing more small ball kind of bullshit shooting threes.
Yeah.
So I like these guys because they had like two big men, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
AD and freaking, what's his face? Boogie, like killing it. And then we had freaking, Rondo, and then obviously who I came to love even more than everyone, Drew Holiday, my boy, representing. This man is wearing a freaking Drew Holiday right now. And on top of that, even on the bench, I like these are guys that I had fucked with before on maybe like NBA 2K games. Like fucking Jameer Nelson, fucking when he was on the
that's
Orlando Magic team. Yeah. That guy, even Tony Allen was on the bench.
Yeah,
shit like that.
Oh my god, those are names I haven't heard in ages.
Well, yeah, basically, I was just like, yo, like if anything, then I watched that. I watched a few games. Can't remember if we won or lost, but after that, I was like, why the fuck is anyone else going for anyone else in this fucking league, bro? Like, if you're watching NBA, why the fuck are you going for anyone else? So, anyways, so I got into the NBA. During that, during that season that Boogie was here. I guess like the main kind of season that Boogie was here, right? Yeah. That season that he ends up getting injured later on.
Yeah.
And so Boogie was my favorite player, right? In the entire league. So I'm still wearing a freaking Boogie, New Orleans jersey. So people can, I know when I wear this jersey and I'm in festivals, people are like, oh yeah, New Orleans and shit, but they'll always be like, oh, but Boogie's a pussy, Boogie's a bitch because he went to, what is it? Golden State Warriors and shit. But
you actually get people say that?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But I'm like, but obviously they ain't saying it to me because like, you know, like as in they're cool with it, but they'll talk shit about Cousin Boogie.
That's surprising.
And I'll just be like, son, bro, it's all G. Like, you know, like I still respect, you know, like man's gonna do what a man's gonna do. You know, at the end of the day, I got nothing but love for Boogie. If anything, I hope this motherfucker recovers from his injury too, bro, because I want to see the motherfucker play. If anything, because Boogie was the guy that got me into like NBA, right? I guess so. With that, that's why Pelicans just, I guess, just like the entire kind of everything that like, you know, New Orleans Pelicans kind of stands for, bro. Even our colors. You know, our jerseys, our uniforms, dude, it's just like the best of the entire league. Yeah. Like, honestly, that's like what I can say. Anyways, like, the point of what I'm trying to come to, right, is that I came to a point where I'm like, yo, I fuck with the Pelicans. You know, like, New Orleans Pelicans is, like, who I fuck with. This is, like, almost part of my identity, whatnot. Yeah. And then, you know, I'm talking it up. And then I think, like, one day I, like, met up with Eamon or some shit. Yeah, I remember. I was with Eamon. We were at, like, at Westfield and shit. And then I remember I was on an escalator. And I told him about, like, yeah, bro, like, I've been watching NBA. I'm into New Orleans Pelicans. And then he was like, hey, wait, James goes for, like, J-Mar goes for, freaking Pelicans too. I was like, and then at first I was like, bro, fuck that motherfucker, bro. It's only me. Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, fuck that. Like,
only one of two, you know, fans in
the entire freaking world. Yeah, in the entire subcontinent, right? Australian subcontinent. So that's why I was like, no, there can only be, you know, one me, But then, that was the initial thought. And then after that, you know, had a bit of self-reflection, a bit of time for maturity, and I've grown to accept all Pelicans fans, you know, whether they're like black, white, yellow, red, female, male, in between, etc.
You kind of have to accept them. There's not many of us.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
No, that's good. But then at least now, even though Boogie left, you've extended your I guess what would you call it? Your love for the team even more.
Yeah,
We've got guys like Drew, who's, you know, slowly becoming some of our favorite players.
Yeah,
and even the team this year looking like a very solid team.
Yeah, BI too. Yeah, BI my favorite one right now. But yeah,
but I mean, even if you know, with Boogie gone to Warriors, you wouldn't even support the Warriors.
Yeah, no, fuck that.
Yeah, that's a
like this is the team. Even with AD leaving, I don't give a shit, son.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Still got Drew.
Yeah. Well, then saying that, like AD was actually my favorite player.
Yeah.
And he's the reason why I became a New Orleans fan.
Okay. This is new to me.
So I'd followed NBA here and there, but like you said, around playoff time, right? We were watching playoff series, but I did go through the years having favorite teams. So my all-time favorite, my first team I ever really rooted for was that 2009, 2010, I think around that time, Orlando Magic.
Oh, right, to take on the Lakers.
Rashard Lewis.
Yeah.
Vince Carter. Jameer Nelson, Vince Carter, those
Dwight
guys.
Howard, yeah.
Those guys were the shit. Like, those are the guys I followed. But over the years, I only followed the final series. You know, watched the Heat take over the league for some time.
The bitch.
Watched those Celtics teams that came together to sort of stop LeBron. But I guess for me, the first time I heard about the Pelicans, I think I still remember, is seeing a highlight of, apart from like the Hornets, like the New Orleans Pelicans, which I really didn't follow. I think the highlight that brought me to the Pelicans was there was one where AD shoots a 3 on an inbound pass in like the last second to beat, I think it was the Thunder, if I remember correctly. But I think that was like holy shit, this is a big man hitting a 3 to ice the game, to end the game. So it's a game-winning shot. Yeah, I think that was like the highlight. I was like, I'm gonna check out these Pelicans teams. Yeah, and then over time, I started watching some games. AD was easily my favorite player at the time, versatile big man. I always liked really athletic big men as well. Yeah. But AD was just like...
We're talking about basketball here, yeah?
Yeah. All right, mate.
Continue.
Yeah, but then over time, just following that team.
Yeah.
But yeah, over the years, Drew Holiday has definitely become my favorite player. Like mentioned before, I mean, AD leaving sucked. I really hated how he went about that period, how he just, he wanted out, he didn't want to play. Really, we were just being hurt by, honestly, a small market team. They made some moves to try and put players around him, but unfortunately we got
injured
by injury bug. All our potential stars and role players were just constantly injured.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely over that, I think 2015, 16, and then the 16, 17 years was definitely when I started growing and started only watching mostly watching Pelicans games. Before I just kind of pick whichever team or whichever teams were like high profile teams to watch. But then easily just putting on Pelicans games as priority, and then all the other games can come off after that. But yeah, definitely, ups and downs. Like we mentioned, you know, it hasn't been all happy and fun.
More downs than ups, actually.
Yeah, I think we've been depressed for most of our fandom, apart from that Blazers series. That playoff run.
Yeah, where we swept that motherfucker.
That 16-17. I think it was 16-17.
Yeah,
the year we had Boogie, but he got injured.
Yeah.
And
Mirotic, remember? Yeah, we keep forgetting about Mirotic.
We made the playoffs, and then we swept them Blazers. So,
yeah, bro. Easy money, bro.
Yeah, I guess that's the context for how I became a Pelicans fan.
Yeah.
I'm still rooting for them now, even though the whole team has pretty much changed. But I think we've made some great moves to put us in a good position now. Yeah. You know, we've got a young core that's looking really, really good, actually. Obviously just working out some kinks over the season.
Yeah.
We didn't start off too.
And a 13 loss streak, right? 13, like was it franchise high? But that's high.
Yeah, I mean,
ain't no thing.
We're bouncing back. We're slowly bouncing back.
Like you know, despite that, we still in this fucking race for the fucking 8th seed, son. Like, bro, like, we chilling the fuck out, bro. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, all these motherfuckers just keep on freaking doubting us, you know what I mean? Like, keep on sleeping on, the Pelicans and shit. And it's like, okay, sure. Even if we, by some miracle, do not make the 8th seed this season, we still got a fucking team, son, bro. You know what I mean? Like, like, we've been injured for, like, the whole entire reason we had the 13, like, loss streak in general and shit is because we were dealing with all these injuries. We haven't been healthy until, even today we weren't healthy. BI and freaking, Zion was sitting out, you know, like we still have, like we've only had maybe like a handful of games in which everyone is healthy. Maybe like 5, to be honest.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm trying to say. Everyone's just been sleeping on us. Like, even if we don't get into the playoffs this season, which is bullshit because we are gonna, you know, we still got a freaking dynasty coming up, right? The Pelicans, baby.
Yeah. Our development in the next couple of years will be huge. But yeah, I think it goes to the fact that, yeah, I've always liked the kind of underdog.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because we're Aussie, innit?
Yeah, maybe it's that. Maybe it's that.
Yeah, it is true. Yeah, because you don't want to just go for like what Golden State Warriors when they were at, you know, in the peak days, or going for Miami Heat.
Yeah.
You know, in the peak, you know, the bandwagon shit. Like, I don't know, maybe some people they enjoy that or something like that. But bro, like, what's the point? You know?
That's no, definitely. But yeah, I guess that's our background, our context. But
yeah. But talking about that, though, I was gonna like link it to this in terms of like, because we're talking about where we are now as Pelicans right now, right? So I wanted to talk about that AD trade, right? I feel as if, obviously, in the long run, we'll see, you know, if the Lakers get a chip or not, and whatever. But dude, if anything, I feel as if everything that kind of happened in terms of like how at the beginning Del Demps was like, oh yeah, nah, like that's, you know, give us more kind of shit, and then everyone was kind of like, oh, what the hell? You know, these guys got offered all this shit. They took it, turned it down.
Yep.
So trying to like talk shit. But I'm like, nah, mate. Everything kind of happened like perfectly in alignment, because if specific things didn't happen like that, A, we wouldn't have had the trade we have for AD, but also B, most importantly, we wouldn't have been in the perfect position to get the draft lottery for freaking Zion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because imagine if there wasn't those trade talks going on, and like AD still played a few more games, and we actually tried to make a race for the
true.
to get into the playoffs last season, right?
True.
Then we wouldn't have been in the perfect position, not bottom tank, but you know, just in the perfect position in which everything just fucking aligned perfectly, and bang, we got the fucking was it not first pick of the draft, and then on top of that, we got all this loot for fucking AD. So yeah, bro, like I'm chilling the fuck out. Like that's even on just like the team side, and then we, you know, changed up the whole entire organization, got David Griffin and all these other boys. Like, I'm kicking it, bro. And obviously, like, okay, one last thing I want to talk about in terms of, like, Pelicans being, like, the team to freaking, like, the only team in which you can follow in the NBA, right? Logically, is that we got fucking Joe Myers as our fucking, what do you call it? The commentator, bro.
Yeah.
Like, dude.
Play-by-play.
Dude, that's, like, the most, like, unbiased, you know, professional. No, this is, like, a professional organization, man.
Yeah.
That's what I can say. And shout out to my girl, Gail Benson. Do your thing, girl.
If you guys haven't heard Joel Myers commentate a game, definitely tune into a Pelicans game. You will love it. Like he's the best. Straight up, he's the best commentator.
Yeah.
Across the board. You know, you can listen to. I don't want to name any brands.
Houston.
You listen to
Houston Rockets.
ESPN crap or other teams.
Yeah,
you can listen to. You know, TNT, even NBA on TNT. It doesn't have good play-by-play commentators. Joel Myers is definitely one of the reasons why it's easy to get into. On top of that, yeah. All the other things, the colors, the court, even the court, and everything about the organization, I think was really helped bring it on. But I'll be honest, I think I look back now and I think I say everything it worked out for us where we are now. But at the time, I admit I did not like. I wasn't high on the Lakers guys and the picks.
Yeah.
So guys like Lonzo, guys like BI, I watched them a bit play with the Lakers, but I never felt like they were going to be where they are now.
Yeah.
Potential stars and perennial stars. Obviously, BI is an all-star this season. But at the time, I hated it. I didn't think it was a great trade until I think it really meshed once we got a good pick, and then that kind of worked to say, oh yeah, now that we have the number one pick, surround him with guys that are young and in the fit the timeline, and that's when I think it kind of made sense to me. Whereas I'll admit when I was in the off season, I didn't like the moves. I thought we could have got a lot more for AD. I mean, AD is one of the generational talents. He's a superstar by far.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess his time here didn't work out that well, but. I really wanted someone back from him that was going to be ready.
Yeah.
Because for me, I don't want to see us tanking or in
having to rebuild.
Not in rebuild years or in non-playoff spot years. For me, I want to see us in the playoffs, whether it's 7th, 8th seed, I don't care, whether it's 4th, 5th, 6th seed.
Causing some upsets.
Yeah, I want us to be in it because it sucks as a fan to just watch us lose or watch your team lose. All the time. And
it's also because we know we can. We deserve to be there. That's the thing. So it's just
100%.
like, it sucks. It's almost disappointing to not see us there, if anything. Yeah.
But yeah, in the end, it all works out really well. Lonzo's playing well. BI's an all-star. Drew's finding his fit.
Josh Hart too.
Josh Hart's
doing his thing.
Baller, he's a hustler. We got some really good picks out of the draft outside of Zion.
Jackson
Hayes.
Nick Cale, Alexander Walker. I would say his name.
Still, those young guys are still learning, but they play hard. They hustle, and they kind of got that chip on their shoulder kind of vibe, being kind of like the underdogs, which I really like. So yeah, I guess in the end it all worked, but it wasn't all rainbows and butterflies during that time when it was the off season. But it all kind of works out for the better. That's true.
Because talking about that in terms of like the trade, like the initial trade, I wasn't necessarily too much like I mean, I never, had beef with Lonzo, right? I liked how he I remember I randomly was watching the game in which he got his first triple-double in the Lakers, and I was just watching him play, and I was like, okay, so he kind of gets a triple-double, but he has his own kind of way, he has his own kind of game, So I was like, obviously people, because back then it was like, oh, people are full G'ing him up, or either hate him or love him, when it comes to Lonzo. But I was just like, okay, I can see he probably has some kind of potential and shit. But I would never have guessed in a fucking million years that he'd be ended up in fucking Pelicans. So
yeah, me too, 100%.
Yeah, so at first I was a bit like, I don't know. I mean, people were saying BI, some good potential because I think after last season All-Star, he was just killing it or something.
Yeah.
Anyways,
after the All-Star break, he was putting up over 20 points per game.
Yeah. So anyways, at first when we got the trade, I was like, yeah, whatever, because I was more G'd up thinking, oh, how sick would it be if we had Jason Tatum on our team?
Yeah, right? Yeah.
I was really G'd up. Yeah, I was really G'd up for that too. But now it's like, if anything, now this is the best case scenario. Like, fuck Jason Tatum. No, he's cool. He's killing it on Celtics and shit. But bro, BI is a fucking killer, bro. BI is the real fucking deal, bro.
I mean, they're both all stars, so
yeah.
I honestly,
but BI is an all-star in the West, baby.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, honestly, I could see us being happy with both, but I think we ended up with a pretty good position, like you said. And I agree with you. I was never high on Zion. Sorry, not Zion. Lonzo.
Yeah.
But I didn't hate him. I think we all tend to hate his father.
I get. I'm cool with it. If anything, I got even more respect for his dad because it's just this person knows how to market.
But yeah, I guess for BI he was kind of like that, supposed to be that kind of KD play style to him. But I sort of saw him play, but I always thought of him just a pure scorer. But I guess it's working out, like you said. He's an all-star. He's an all-star in the West, and he's killing it. He's absolutely killing it.
Yeah.
We've got JJ Redick this season, which was a huge signing over off season, which I think we missed. But even I think Derek Favors is a great fit on the team.
Yeah.
He just needs to stay healthy, and
we can compete.
We can compete. We can straight up compete. We're playing well against top tier teams.
Even like Melly, the more minutes he's been getting and shit.
He's really playing that Mirotic role, which I really like.
Yeah.
Being that kind of from EuroLeague player for us, which is what we all kind of need. We had that player that could just shoot threes, play good defense for us back then in that playoff series, and now we got Melly.
Yeah, we're quite a deep team. Even going into Frank Jackson, motherfucker can run the floor, and then what's it called? Who else? Who's some other kind of...
Etuan Moore.
Oh, Etuan Moore, that's what I'm thinking of, the floaters and shit. Yeah.
I mean, Darius, I thought Darius Miller played really well in the past couple of seasons as a bench, but I think he unfortunately did his ACL or MCL very early, I think in the off season, so he's been injured ever since. But we're never injury free, but again, can't make excuses.
Yeah.
We can compete. We're going to straight up compete, and we really think that we can get that eighth seed.
Yeah.
We're chasing only a couple teams around us, but we can beat them all. We can beat them all straight up.
I mean, that's the entire reason, if anything, we even decided that it's somewhat feasible, like, to even attempt to make this podcast, like, because we are going to be in the eighth seed. So, who better to commentate us getting into the race, into the playoff race, into the playoff situation than ourselves, motherfuckers that know better than any of these other motherfuckers online, son,
Definitely.
So, what's it called? Fuck. What I want to say about the Pelicans, eighth seed. I can't remember. Sorry.
Where are you going with this?
I can't remember. No.
Yeah, I mean, why don't we just leave it at that, right? Like,
what?
Let's leave it at that. We've given the
Pelicans eighth seed. I mean, like, what? We're going to talk about anything else today, though?
That's it. I think that's mostly it. Let's leave it at that.
We've
given the ground. We've given the background context. They've heard about our story.
And shit. Yeah, Pelicans. No, man, but it's like one thing that was there, and now it's like I have to remember what it was.
Sorry, you think of it for episode 1. Think of it for the next episode.
You talk a bit, and then let me see if I can.
No, think of it for the next episode.
All right.
Let's wrap it up. We'll wrap it up.
We'll wrap it up for now, then. Okay.
I think we've spent half an hour talking already, so yeah, let's leave it there.
Yeah. All right. Would you do the honors then in terms of saying an official goodbye to these?
What's our official goodbye? I haven't
oh shit!
What do you think of that?
Yeah. Shit. What? Pelbros keep flying.
Yeah, leave it at that.
All right. See you guys. What's it called? Yeah.
Peace out. Yeah.
Peace out later.